Greetings and welcome to my new series of videos, Minecraft U, which will be talking about the indie hit game Minecraft. So some people out there have asked, well, what's the point of Minecraft? The way I see it, there's three main things. Exploration. Minecraft has a huge computer-generated world. By some accounts, it's like the equivalent of 6 times the Earth's surface. You can like literally wander around these lands forever and ever, and the world generator is awesome. You can see some really beautiful landscapes. There's cool floating islands. There's underground caverns, huge cave systems. You can just wander around and explore for forever. Creation. As you're exploring, you can harvest various resources, wood, iron, various other metals, diamonds, various substances, and you can use them to build stuff. You can build all sorts of structures, houses, castles, entire villages and towns. People have built the world of Azeroth from World of Warcraft, the entire world of Azeroth. People have built, set scenes from, Lord of the Rings and other fantasy novels. And with Minecraft, you can even create rudimentary machines. You can build mine carts and mine tracks, so you can build entire railroad systems or roller coasters. And you can even build some really complex machines in Minecraft. There's this entire sort of electronic system called redstone circuits where you can build logic gates and sensors and repeaters, and string those together to create really complex mechanisms. I've seen 3D printers in Minecraft. I've seen entire CPUs done in Minecraft redstone circuits. It's really incredible. And finally, there's collaboration. Minecraft is also a multiplayer game. You can actually join other people on a server and either explore together or combat. You can combat enemies, or you can combat each other on a PvP server. So it's just a really completely open-ended game. You can make anything of it that you want. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is install Minecraft, and to do that you will need Java. Minecraft is a Java-based game. Now, you might have heard of some recent security flaws in Java. Don't worry about it. Those are actually security flaws in the Java web plugin architecture. Not in standalone Java applications. And Minecraft is a standalone Java application, so it is not susceptible to the Java web vulnerabilities that people have been talking about. So on a Windows machine, we want to go to Internet Explorer and go to the Java download page. There we go. So just click the big download button, and you want to agree and start the download. Now, when it asks you what you want to do, click Run. Click Run again. And click Install. Okay, here it's a trap. You do not want any of these optional toolbars or things. They just bog down your system. So be sure and turn off the install box and click Next. And that's it. You're done. Now let's download Minecraft. To do that, go to the Minecraft website. And here's the point where you can purchase the game if you haven't done so already. The way it works is basically when you purchase the game, you get an account set up for you, and that's how you actually log in. But for now, let's assume that you have purchased the game. So what you do is you want to go over here and click Download, and normally it detects what operating system you're running, so it'll offer you the Windows Minecraft downloads. Just click on that. And you want to save that somewhere. I'm choosing the desktop because that's convenient. And that's it. Now just run the Minecraft app. and log in using the account you set up when you purchased Minecraft. You can check remember password here to make it easier for the future. And there you go. Now on the Mac, it's actually easier because you don't need to do a separate Java download. Ordinarily, when you try to run a Java app on the Mac and Java is not installed, the Mac will actually offer to install it for you. So in this case, we just go straight to the Minecraft site. And again, if you haven't purchased the game, you want to go to the store and buy it and set up your account, etc. So now we click the download link, and here it detected that we're on Mac, so just download the app. It'll normally pop it into your downloads folder. And you can move it into your applications folder if you like. And just run it. And here it's seeing that we do not have Java installed, so it'll offer to install it for us. Agree to the license, and off you go. And there we go. Now this is a weird thing. Mountain Lion has this new. Actually, it's in Lion now as well. It has this new security mechanism called Gatekeeper, and it doesn't know anything about Minecraft. So what we have to do is temporarily trick it to run it. You only have to do this once. Once you do this, the system will get it into its head that yes, Minecraft is okay. So go to System Preferences, go to Security. You want to click the little padlock there to unlock the preference, and you want to change Allow Applications Downloaded from Anywhere. And it's going to warn you we're fine with that. Now go back to Applications and run Minecraft. And it'll say we don't know anything about it. That's fine, so just click Open. And again, you only have to do this once. So once you've run Minecraft successfully, you should go back into security preferences and turn the security back to App Store and identified developers, because that's really the safest. It protects you from, Trojan horses and other bad things. Anyways, here we are, and Minecraft is loaded, and just log in using the account you set up. Now, on Linux, things are a bit more difficult. Most Linux distributions, if you look in their packages, you'll see a package for Java, but usually it's this weird, sort of incomplete open source version of Java, which unfortunately Minecraft does not work too well with. You need the real Oracle Java to run. So what we can do for that is go into our Firefox and go to the Java download page. Try and type it correctly. Click the download button, and here you're going to have to pick the version for your operating system. If you're using Red Hat or a Red Hat derivative system such as Fedora or CentOS, you'll want the RPM version. Otherwise, you'll need to download just the plain old Linux version. And if you're on a 64-bit machine, like I am, you'll need the x64 version, either the RPM or the generic one. So I'm going to pick the Linux x64 generic, because that's what I'm on. So you want to save the file, let it download. Now we want to go into a terminal window and go to your home directory and unarchive the Linux Java that you just downloaded. And normally, in most distributions, there's a directory off of your home directory called downloads. That's where the file gets downloaded. So here's the Java file. So we want to do tar xvzf Okay, and keep an eye. Remember this directory, JRE. In my case, JRE 1.7.0.10. That's where the actual Java installation is. Now we want to edit our profile file, and we need to set our path. Actually, we need to set several. We want to set up some variables here in the .profile. You need a Java home variable, which is the directory where Java is installed. And then you'll need to set the path as well. And if you're kind of going, well, what do I do, huh? Find someone to help you. It's not really not that hard. Just follow my steps exactly, and if you're still having problems, you can find someone, I'm sure, who can help you. Actually, it turns out there is one more thing that I had to add. Um, when I started Minecraft on Linux, I basically got a black screen. It did not work. And it turns out the system needs to know where the Java shared libraries are located. So we have to add one more line to your .profile file, this export LD library path. And this is on a 64-bit system. If you're on a 32-bit system, this path is probably going to be different. Instead of AMD 64, it will probably be i386. Don't quote me on that. You'd have to actually go into the Java directories and find it. But again, if you're having problems, find someone to help you out. So that's done. Now you want to load in the new profile file. Now let's test to make sure everything's working. To do that, if we just if we just run Java, it should come up with a bunch of stuff like that. That's good. Now, let's go download Minecraft itself. And again, here's where you'd buy the game if you haven't already. But let's just click the download link. And here it's saying that we need to download this minecraft.jar file. So let's do that. And we want to save the file, not open it. So we'll do that. So now what I like to do is create a new Minecraft directory and move the downloaded file into it. Now they give you a command here to run Minecraft, but that command is actually incorrect. They forgot one little argument. So what I did is I created a little shell script file with the correct command. It's right here. Okay, well, it turns out there's another problem. When I started up Minecraft, I had no sound. And as it turns out, on Ubuntu, you need to actually run a program to, I don't know what it does. It probably, sets up the sound card or something. But it's this program PADSP right up here. So what I did is I created a little run script that actually does the proper commands to run Minecraft. So just basically create this in a script and save it, and that way you can easily run Minecraft from here on out. Again, if if you're sitting there going, huh, what, huh, find someone to help you, or look online. There's tons of Linux resource sites that'll teach you how to do shell scripts and that sort of thing. So there you have it, and that makes it easier to run the app. So just type in run, and you're done. And again, log in using the account that you set up when you purchase the game, and you're done. So to create a new game, click the single player button, and you can have multiple worlds. So you can have several games going on at the same time. Obviously, we start out with none, so we have to create the world. Here we can name it. I'm going to call it Minecraft U, because that's our little video series name. And now for game mode, there's three different game modes. The default game type is survival, and that's sort of the all-encompassing game type where you basically run around. You can do the whole collecting resources and building thing, but you also have to avoid the nasty, avoid or fight the nasty critters that kind of roam about. There's also hardcore, which is like survival, but it's extremely difficult, and if you die, that's it, game over. And finally, there's creative mode, which is that I mean that's where the mode that you want if all you want to do is just focus on building cool things. You basically get unlimited resources. You could fly around. You can destroy everything at will. It's sort of the this is the true sandbox mode. But there's no bad guys that you have to fight. So if all you want to do is just explore the creating aspects of Minecraft, then creative mode is for you. But it's not really fun, so let's go ahead and click survive. Let's go ahead and choose survival. We can configure even more options by clicking the more options button. Now, seed. The Minecraft worlds are generated using a random number, and the seed for that random number generator basically kind of determines what the world that you get is like. And there are actually some websites online that actually have people's posting their Minecraft seeds up, so you can see, if they have this really cool world, you can actually type in the seed that they used and create basically identical to the one that you see online. So it's normally, right now we're just gonna leave it up to randomness, and I'm not gonna put one in. Generate structures. There's in Minecraft, part of the whole fun of it is there are places to explore. There's villages, there's dungeons, there's abandoned mine shafts, that sort of thing. You most likely want to keep this to on. World type. There's the default, which is sort of a mix of. In Minecraft, there's different sort of formations called biomes. There's like jungle, there's desert. The default world kind of has a mix of all of that. There's hills, there's valleys. Super flat worlds are, as the name implies, super flat. I mean, really, really super flat. And if you want that type of world, you can customize, what type of world that you have. If you want a super flat sandy world, you can change that to you can change that to desert, or various things like that. And there's also large biomes where basically the different zones, the jungle and desert, are extremely huge. Normally, you just want the default world. Allow cheats. That basically lets you do all sorts of things. You can give yourself any item at will. You can change the game difficulty on the fly. You can you can teleport yourself to places, but that kind of takes the fun out of it. So I usually leave that as off. Now, bonus chest. When you normally start out in Minecraft, you get nothing. You have to actually go out and find resources and craft up your starting tools from scratch. If you want a little bit of help, kind of a leg up on things, you can actually turn on bonus chests. And what that does is you appear where you appear in the world, your spawn point nearby there is a chest will appear with some sort of basic survival items that'll kind of help you get started and not die right away. It's probably a good idea to turn that on. Once you've played the game a few times and are more familiar with it, you can turn that off, and give yourself more of a challenge. But it's good to have it on. So finally, when we're ready to go, we can create new world. Now let's talk about basic controls. First of all, movement. Movement uses the standard WASD keys, which you're probably familiar with if you play a lot of first-person shooters. W moves forward, S moves backwards, and A and D sort of strafe left or right. This move you sideways. Using the mouse, that's how you sort of look around. You can look around, look up and down, and that also changes the direction that you're walking. So you can walk, 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 and then use the mouse to sort of, go left or go right or what have you. The spacebar lets you jump, and you can jump either standing still or while you're moving. And finally, if you hold down Shift, that means walk carefully, which means that if you're approaching a ledge and you hold down the Shift key, you won't actually walk off the ledge. See, here's a little ledge. If I don't hold Shift down, boom, I walk right off of it. But if I do hold Shift down as I walk, see, it's not going to let me go over. And this is especially valuable in huge cave systems where often there's this drop off into into nothingness, and you don't want to fall and hurt yourself. Now for clicking with your mouse button. A left click generally means attack something or destroy something. So if I had a sword in my hand and I'd left click, I'd actually swing it and hit something. Or if I want to just destroy stuff, left click will let us do that. And we can, once you destroy something, you actually pick it up. So I can pick up these dirt blocks. Now, right-clicking generally means use a tool, chests, doors, buttons, or levers. Attack using a bow and arrow, or building things. So if I had a bow in my hand and I wanted to shoot it, I would right-click. Or if I wanted to, if I open a door in front of me, I would right-click. Or if I want to build, place blocks rather than destroy them. So if I left-click, it does nothing. But if I right-click, it places blocks. Now on the Mac, most by default there is no right mouse button. So on the Mac, a right-click is done by control-clicking. This is kind of awkward and inconvenient, so I really recommend that you get a two-button mouse. Actually, this applies whether, no matter what computer you're using. If you don't have a two-button mouse, or if you're using your trackpad, I really recommend getting an external two-button mouse for your computer, because it really makes things a lot easier. Now, the E key opens your inventory. We'll talk more about these various slots and areas later. Q will toss what you're holding in your hand right now. Now, by default, pressing Q only tosses one item if you've got a stack of items in your hand. Notice I've 3 blocks of dirt here. There's a little number 3 here. If I want to toss the entire stack, hold down Control while you press Q. And you notice this bar along the bottom of the screen. That's the hot bar. These are the actual items that you can use in your hand right now. Now to change which item you're holding in your hand, you press the number key corresponding to which slot. So you see here we have 9 slots. So right now I'm on slot number 1, where I'm holding dirt. If I want to go to slot 2, where I'm holding the wood, just press number 2. To go back, press 1. If I wanted to use something that I have in slot 9, I don't have anything there right now, you'd press number 9. Or another way of doing this, you can scroll through them using your mouse wheel. Like that. Now the escape key lets you exit out of dialogs. So here, for example, if I'm in my inventory, to get out of it, just hit escape. And if you hit escape while you're just in the main game screen, this will bring you to the options screen where you can, save, quit, that sort of thing. And pressing escape again gets rid of it. Now there's a few more advanced controls that might be handy, and these are all done using the function keys. If you're on a Mac, you can't. In most cases, you have to actually press the FN key while you press the associated function key. Otherwise, it won't work. So, pressing F1 will toggle your on-screen display. So if you want to get say if you want to get a screenshot, with where, it's just what you're seeing, and you don't want your hand or any of the other things in the way, hold down F1 or press F1, and pressing it again brings it back. Speaking of screenshots, pressing F2 will actually take a screenshot for you, and as you can see, it saves it with a default name. Pressing F3 gives you some interesting statistics. Your frame rate. It displays what your world coordinates are, that sort of thing. Especially the coordinates display can come in handy as you're navigating the world. Pressing F5 toggles your camera. Right now, by default, you're in first-person view. You can also see third-person view facing the rear, and third-person view facing the front. And just pressing F5 toggles between these three modes. Finally, F11 will toggle full screen. Now on the Mac, this is further complicated by normally you have to press both Fn and the Alt or Option key. But doing that brings you into full screen, and pressing it again takes us out of full screen. Let's talk about the on-screen display now, starting from the upper left. First, we have your health bar. This is what your current in-game health is. You have a maximum of 10 hearts. As you take damage from, creatures hitting you, or if you fall too far, you'll take damage. And of course, once you reach 0 hearts, you die. To the right of that is your hunger bar. Ordinarily, you have to eat periodically in order to, maintain health. When you're full, all 10, these are like meat haunches. If you have all 10 full, that means you're full. And when you're full, you automatically regenerate health about 1 heart every 4 seconds. So it really behooves you to maintain 0 hunger. You want to be completely full. Now, when you're starving, in other words, you have no little meat pops, then you start losing health. You lose 1 heart every 4 seconds. You won't actually die from hunger. Once you reach half a heart, you won't lose any more. But that means you're extremely vulnerable to, if someone attacks you or if you fall too far, you will die. So again, you really want to keep well fed in the game. And as you do stuff, run around, do battle, mine resources, your hunger meter gradually depletes. Now, in Minecraft, not all foods are created equal. Just like in real life, certain foods are more filling, they keep you well fed for longer than others. For example, you can eat a cookie and that'll, satisfy your hunger for a little bit, but then you'll be hungry again soon. Whereas, if you eat a big steak, that keeps you full for hours. Same thing in Minecraft. Generally, in Minecraft, the best foods to have are steaks and cooked pork chops. Now the bar underneath that is the level bar. That shows your current level and how far you've progressed toward the next level. This is a completely brand new game, obviously, so I have 0 level. Now, unlike traditional RPGs, there's no real concept of leveling up in Minecraft. You don't have character stats. You don't have, strength, dexterity, that sort of thing. Your attack and defensive power are determined completely by what equipment you're wearing. So, the type of armor that you're wearing or the type of sword that you're wearing. There's no, strength or anything like that. So there's no leveling up in the traditional sense. But your weapons and armor can be enchanted. With various things, general protection, arrow protection, fire protection, that sort of thing, and that helps defend you in some cases. Enchantments cost levels, so in a way, your level meter does affect your power, but not in the traditional sense. And finally, we have the hotbar, where you have your most accessed items. Well, that's about it for this lesson. Next lesson, we'll be going over basic survival tips, how to survive your first day in Minecraft. So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. hell is over there? Oh, wow. There's lava flow. Okay, I'm gonna die.